Calling all nerds. This is More Than Dice, the podcast where we dive deep into the realms of everything nerdy. Whether you're a nerd culture connoisseur, a tabletop titan, a miniature gaming marveler, or just someone who proudly embraces their inner geek, this is the podcast for you. And now here's your hosts, Gonzo, John, and Nerd. Oh, and sometimes Mizzy.
Welcome to another episode of More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm Nerd.
Hey, yo, it's your boy PSK. We about to get hype up in here. Let's go.
Welcome to episode 292. Today we have a special guest. If you can't tell, John is off for the day, but we have a special guest because we're going to be talking about some charities and helping out. But before we do that, we have to get to our business, or we're going to get in trouble with our sponsors. We want to thank Midnight Heroes for sponsoring the channel and bringing us cool chibi miniatures and also a cool chibi game. We want to thank Creature Caster, of all people, for making sure that they give us all the cool stuff. And you can also check them out on their tribe to get their monthly subscription service. We want to thank Muse on Minis for helping us host the channel. We want to thank Parabellum War Games, the makers of Conquest, which actually you can use their models in the painting competition that Creature Caster is doing this year. They partnered up together with Creature Caster and Parabellum.
Creature Caster.
Who else did I know? Oh, Turbo Dork. Don't forget to give a shout out to her. Don't forget to talk about Turbo Dork. They will be at Adepticon also. Hopefully they'll have some of their new stuff so you can check out some of their new stuff. And if you're going to be at Adepticon this year, make sure you find myself, Nerd, and Captain Mizzy. And if you can show that you follow us on any of our social networks, social media networks, you will get a More Than Dice sticker while supplies last. So make sure you check that out. Whew. Okay, I got it all out. Got everything. Prince, we have a tradition here that we have to give shout-outs. I know that we have a shout-out this week. Who do we have a shout-out to?
I'm checking our messages. Yeah, yes. I have to scroll back through. Our shout-outs are who passed, like celebrities or anyone big that passed away this week.
Or anything that requires like a shout-out. Like I even gave a shout-out to somebody because they won an Oscar and stuff like that because they were super, super cool.
Fair.
I can't remember.
Y'all watch a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, Richard Lewis.
It's part of the job.
Yeah. Richard Lewis, the comedian, he passed away last week.
Richard Lewis, that's right.
What was Richard Lewis in?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was a stand-up comedian. He passed away at the age of 76. He had a very dry comedy. Very dry type thing.
But y'all know I don't do comedies. I do action movies.
Okay. Well,
people getting boom boom blown up. You see, I was in the army. You know I ain't want no comedy.
You want action with your comedy if you're gonna watch comedy.
Yes, but more action than comedy. What was that? The only thing that I watched that was really comedy was what was that? That damn Police Academy.
Oh God. Oh, then you'll like Ice Pirates.
Wow, that takes me back.
You'll like Ice Pirates.
The dude that did the voices.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was also on Spaceballs.
Now that dude, that's a big shout out because that dude, he was better than all the beatboxers. He could make it all the.
How's that go again?
The ultimate sound effect guy.
Ultimate.
Michael
Winslow. There we go, Ford.
Thanks, Ford.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody in this group's gonna know.
Yes. One of us nerds are gonna know who it is.
The captain is like, I'm here for the energy. I got you.
Gotta go with let's get our next tradition. Prince, what are you drinking tonight?
Yo, I don't know if y'all see this, but this is a Mungo and his wife. You see this PSK drink cup right here? You know what I'm saying? But it's actually a Mountain Dew Blast Zero. But it's got the best damn holder ever. You gotta get one of these custom cups for yourself. These shits is awesome. Look, man, I got all types of custom shit around here that everybody done made for me.
Do you need any more caffeine?
Bruh, no, that's the problem. I drank like 3 energy drinks at work, and then I already had one soda over there, and she Miss PSK. Now she brought me another one. Y'all motherfuckers in trouble, and I gotta be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Y'all in trouble.
Nerd, what are you drinking tonight?
What's the matter, Goblin? Look, Goblin was like, "Oh Lord, what did I invite over her? Why?"
I got good old H2O. Just.
You got the poops again?
I got my drink on last night. My stomach did not like that, so we're back to water.
Oh, wait. 30 minutes are up. Ears come off.
Yep. I forgot to put the hat back on when I came back, but.
I'm doing the same thing as Nerd. Doing some H2O tonight, too, just because I started getting a little bit of congestion because of the stupid allergies going on right now. So I was like, I'm just going to stick with some water.
Tis the season to be sneezy. La 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 la.
So,
you just hold your breath. You won't have to worry about sneezing.
You're dead, too, or passed out, one of the two.
Yeah, I'll just let my eyeballs explode.
Solve that problem really quick, huh?
Roll initiative.
No. So, guys, we appreciate everybody that listens, whether you watch us live, or you find us on iHeartRadio, or you find us anywhere. We appreciate you listening and hanging out with us. If you ever want someone to talk to, you are more than welcome to message us anywhere. If you got something you want to talk about, we're here to talk about it. And if you just got something you want us to review, let us know. I'll go pick it up if it's not too expensive and do reviews of it. And don't forget, on Monday, Nerd does streaming and she'll be painting up some miniatures. I will be doing it on Wednesday. And we'll be doing that. As always, people, if you see something, say something. If you hear something, say something. And if you can do something, do something. If you can't, find someone who will, because we got to start taking care of each other a whole lot more. Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers.
There you go. Oh, get over here. Yeah, buddy. Look, I already lost my damn drink.
Shit, that's some good H2O. I feel my cells already coming out and live.
My cells are probably dead. They like, what the hell are you doing awake? That's what they saying to me.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the paint cam. Nerd, I'm going to let you take over, and you can kind of do introductions and everything else and start going with the questions, because you're going to have to drill this boy to get that energy out of him.
That energy don't go away. Look, Nerd don't watch me stream for 24 hours. This shit went away, and everybody's like, what in the fuck? The whole 24 hours, people take breaks, they go to sleep. Nobody got time for that. Yo, why is my webcam upside down on the screen? What you do? You broke your shit, Gonzo.
No, it's fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is always upside down.
Yeah, that's
Gonzo, you upside down, bro. Flip yourself around.
He'll be right back. He's just fixing his cameras. So, what has it been? About 2 years since we met and I started getting involved with mental health charity painters.
Yes.
So
what is mental health charity painters?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. First things first. Who are you, Prince? You're just over here yelling on More Than Dice, but who are you?
Yo, bro, because that's what I do. Didn't you know they almost try to kick me out the convention? That's too loud. Hi, let's do this the right way. Hi, everybody. My name is Prince. I am the founder of the Mental Health Charity Painters. Back in, we ain't got time for that shit. Look. Anyway, so yeah, Mental Health Charity Painters is a nonprofit organization founded by myself and a couple of other veterans. Back in 2018, I was fully diagnosed with PTSD from combat. So after that, I decided to get my master's degree. And the crazy as I am, I decided to do it in 12 months. And I was also getting a graduate certificate in project management, which led me to asking Loot Die Repeat, which is another streamers. Loot Die Repeat, they play Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Um, they offered to host a charity on their stream to help me raise money for the PTSD Foundation of America, which is located out in Texas, Camp Hope. That was our very first ever charity, to where we were painting, what was it? What is it? Heroes? Something Heroes. What was it? It's one of the 3D companies. Something Heroes.
Raging Heroes?
Raging Heroes. Thank you. So we painted in like 4 hours. We painted 3 models, and we used the Age of Squigmar games. Squigmar games. Him and his bunch of his buddies did like a challenge where everybody got on stream and changed the colors, and we rolled dice and we put. So we did that. We raised $750 in 4 hours.
Nice.
So
Where'd
we
that
sent
money go?
that money to. Say again.
I was going to ask where it went to.
Oh yeah, so that money went directly to the PTSD Foundation, of America, which also is the host of Camp Hope down in Texas, where veterans and their family can go, to recover and get a better understanding of what the combat stress, that was caused and how it affects the families. So after that, the next one came up, and we were supposed to be doing another charity, and we didn't have a model. So that's when Black Forge Games came out with their very first Kickstarter, and I bought the Tenjin. So I painted like 8 of these models now at this point, and I was like, when I bought it, I was like, hey, if I buy the STL file, can I print 4 of these to get painted for this charity? We did that. They loved it. So they were like, hey, can we be your major sponsor? You will have access to all of our models and everything that we make, for your charities, and you all can use them, send them to who you need to send them to so they can paint them, and we put them in the raffles and the auctions. Then everybody knew that's when I met Goblin here, around the end of 2009. So it's almost been 3 years, Goblin.
God,
So,
yeah, right after I think I found you shortly after I started streaming. And I was
Yep.
still doing resin at that point. That was before I started painting minis.
Yeah. So we did that. And so Black Forge Games came out with this model called Nikosi. And I told them in that year, I was like, all right, so here's the deal. I'll do this again, but in 2022, if we raise $4,000 or more, I will go through and make a nonprofit organization. Now, this came about because everybody found out that I was spending a lot of my own money to run the nonprofit and do all the events and
Like
pay for everything.
I'm going to say this. Like any person that is very passionate about their work, they will spend their own
Yeah.
money, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, so
Hey, Gonzo, I think your face cam is frozen. You're not moving.
Oh,
Your
it's
hands are moving, but
yeah, it kind of got knocked and it's kind of messed up.
yeah,
right
bro,
now.
you stiff. You stiff.
Stiff as a board.
he's a robot.
So we did make the goal. So last year we turned it into a nonprofit, full functionally. The first 4 council members was Cephalopod Studios, Pun Expected, Signarly, and myself as the founder. I wrote up all the paperwork, did all the IRS documentation. We were approved by the IRS on January the 12th of 2023. And last year, we set out to raise $10,000. We almost got there, close to it. 75% of what we made, which was a total of $7,000, went to organizations that support mental health and also support and provide mental health services to our veterans. Me being an Army veteran, retired after 22 years, Unexpected being a veteran, Ryan being a veteran, the big man, boss man, Cephalopod Studios, and Signarly's family, who have vets in his family. We all were really excited that we were able to donate that amount of money last year. And so, yeah, that's really what we do. We use painting and our hobbies and art of all kinds to bring light to, the mental health struggles that we all have, mental health awareness, but then we try and support our veterans since majority of the members and owners of this organization are veterans.
Which
There you go.
wanted
Get you a
to
shout out while we're at it.
go in on that because I am also a veteran and I have PTSD also. I am an Air Force veteran,
Aim high.
field endurance type. And so when Nerd told me about this, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can get behind this
Mm-hmm.
type thing. And so I don't know what's going on with my camera, on my Skype camera. For some reason, it's messing up. But
Yeah.
we'll have to fix that later. So, yeah, something happened and it may have died. I don't know. But us here at More Than Dice are always about, helping each other out no matter what's going on, looking after each other, so on and so forth. And so we're always trying to get into that. So what do you do besides raise money?
We paint miniatures. Right now, we actually go out. Well, I go out to the veterans retreat here locally, and I host art therapy. So a lot of the stuff that we get donated that's left over at the end of the year, I actually go with vets and paint with them and show them what we do in our community to help us with our mental health struggles. I'm also a volunteer at the Veterans Treatment Court. I sponsor a couple veterans, and basically it's veterans, our brothers and sisters that did not go get help in time and end up finding themselves in trouble with the law. And so I'm a mentor for that, to where, I'm the sounding board for that veteran who's going through this process, would be in so much more trouble if they weren't going through this process. And I'm just there to keep them motivated so they can get to the end and be able to get a fresh start instead of them getting in trouble with the law, going to jail, getting out, being homeless. And then we have another person on our 22 list and just adding to our statistics. So I do that. We do auctions. I'm still trying to see whether or not I'll be able to do a golf tournament here locally to raise mental health awareness. But yeah, other than that, man, that's really what we do. We go to conventions. I act a fool. I try and find all the artists that want to paint something cool and put it in a raffle and just spread mental health. Like a lot of organizations out there that we donate to or that we do stuff for, you don't know where the money's going all the time or what the money provides. We wanted to make sure that we were as transparent as possible. So, like this year we sent $4,000 to the Veterans Retreat. Veterans get to go there when they can, and they get free services as far as like massage therapy, yoga therapy, free counseling. I go over there and I do art therapy, and then they just get a chance to relax. If they just want to swim or sit in the hot tub, they can do that too, and they ain't got to worry about doing nothing else but being free and relax. And then we sent $1,500 over to the Headstrong Project. The Headstrong Project provides 22 hours of counseling to a veteran in need. And then the other $1,500 went to Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand. The reason we did New Zealand, that's where Black Forge Games is from, and we want to make sure that their community and their country has the ability to spread mental health awareness and provide help to the people there in their country.
When's the next raffle?
I'm glad you say something about the raffle. We got a lot of stuff going on, Nerder. You know that, Goblin. We got a lot of stuff going on. So right now, we got the painting contest going on.
Okay.
We got my daughter, Littles. She is hosting a painting contest that is sponsored by. What up, Jason? You know there's raffles all the time, Jason 22. Stop playing. So my daughter got linked up with Eldritch Foundry. Eldridge
Oh
Foundry.
wow.
Yeah, she's in it. Like she'll be at Adepticon driving me crazy, but she's gonna have so much fun because she'll get to see all of y'all, and then y'all will make her feel so cool and awesome, and then hopefully she bring her butt home and get back on the stream with me. Now she upstairs on that doggone iPad with all them little kids. She's like, daddy, yeah, you cool. We go do stuff, daddy, but not all the time no more. I'm like, all right. So she's currently got a painting contest going on. This model here, man, I didn't want to copy all of that. I just want the link. All right. So that link right there that I just posted in the chat, that link will take you to her contest. So basically it's a $10 donation. She wanted to raise as close as she could to $400 for it. And basically that model she got to create with Eldridge Foundry, and Eldridge Foundry donated that STL file to us. They also donated a $100 gift certificate to their website. And Black Forge Games donated a chibi Corgi Fox from their line of miniatures that will allow you to, as the prizes. So
Nice.
That's our 2 prizes that we have. And the 3rd prize, we may end up getting an STL prize, just depending on how many people actually contribute. I know she was at 53% the other day. But that's the first one. I think we got like 29 or 30 days left. It's a little model.
What model is the painting contest this year? Because last year it was the axolotls.
So it's actually the model she created with Eldridge Foundry.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. So the one that she actually created, it's she had put wings on it, prayer beads, gave her a gladiator outfit. It's got cat ears on it, and gave her 2 swords. She was ready. If you don't have a 3D printer, Grumpy Crane Studios offer to print you a free model. You just pay for shipping, and he will ship it off to you. He was like, I got your daughter's back. Don't worry about it. If they
He's a
donate,
good person to
they
go through for that.
Yep. He was like, yo, PSK, what you need from me? I got you. What you need? And I was like, all right, you said you wanted to help. And just be prepared, because when I say go, it's going to be in your message box. And I blew his message box up. He was like, oh, my Lord. And I was like, I told you, bro. So she's at 53%. She's raised $213. She's got 28 days left. So basically that contest, what we do is this year we changed it. You can send in pictures, but we usually like the models to come because we invite kids over to have pizza and they get to paint and hang out, but then they judge the models. It's not adults judging, it's kids. So you may want to do this non-metallic metal and all this other stuff. Listen, let me tell you something about kids. They gonna walk by that model and they gonna be like, it got googly eyes. Check, that's number 1. It's getting my bits. And so they judge. That's how the winners are picked. And then the models that come, they get to go home with the children. But if people send pictures this year, I'm going to try and get the pictures printed off too and put those in frames. So then therefore every kid gets to go home and take something home with them to have a memory of, what they learned about mental health here for children. Plus they have a memory that they can put up on there. One of their friends might come over one day and they get older, like, oh, what's that? They'd be like, oh, when I was a little kid, we did, what? Mental health is important. The next thing you know, they might be struggling, but they'll remember this day that they got to come and do something.
That's awesome.
So that's the first thing. That's the contest.
Okay. And then
All right.
in April?
No, that's now. 28 days. You got 28 days to get your model.
No, for the next fundraiser.
Oh, well, yeah, but hold on. Hold the door.
Okay.
Oh, door.
If you go to Adepticon, we got actually a live raffle at Adepticon. You gotta be at the con.
Nice.
There's going to be like a 24 inches tall Android 18 oil painted model by Unexpected.
Wow.
Right? So that model painted by Unexpected is going in the raffle. Now, it was already raffled. What up? What up, Ralph? You know better.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. Don't you call my girl a huge mistake. You better stop calling that girl a huge mistake. She not no huge mistake. She not no huge mistake.
Now we're talking about the character from Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yes. Mr. Pun,
Okay.
since you here, please link the Instagram so I don't gotta look it up. Link the Instagram with Android 18, please. Call her no big mistake. What's wrong with you? You better stop doing that.
You think that's bad, Unexpected? I know somebody who printed a life-size Shigo from Kim Possible.
Me and you, brother. I see you soon. I'm gonna show you big mistake. He said, "Oh Lord." So, big old Android 18 stepping on the neck of Vegeta. That's gonna be in the raffle, along with a Tenjin model with a full garden base with the Tenjin owl. Mind you, the print for this is being donated. We did invest in resin, so we have invested in resin so we can actually give some prizes and stuff as we go throughout some of the cons this year. But we do have one of the Black Forge games, Lily. She was one of the featured artists last year on our flyer. She is actually doing all the printing for us this year for all of our events. So shout out to Lily. So yeah, those two items will be in the raffle. One winner, you got to be at the con.
How much are the tickets?
The goal is to start the raffle the day the con opens on Wednesday, and we're gonna announce the winner Saturday because Big Pun says most people be like deuces on Sunday. So
yeah, most people.
Saturdays.
Yes, Pun. You can post links.
Yeah.
Post a link.
There it is. All right, let's check this out. Oh dang, that's awesome. Oop. Wrong picture.
Okay, so I guess I need to. I don't know why my Skype camera's all freaking out now.
It's just me, bro.
Because he switched. Oh, it's not seeing the camera, or it's not seeing what you're showing.
It ain't see. I'll go just send the link.
I'll pin that one too. Don't worry. Here we go. It's pinned.
All right, here we go. And then here's the other one. Why is this such a long link? Oh, straight knucklehead working right there. That's the other one. So this is the first raffle of the year, right here, everybody. That Tenjin model that you will get to paint, and then professionally painted journeyman painter, journeyman silver painter, got silver at the Nova Open. Unexpected oil paints.
I have a Unexpected model too.
Huh?
I got my Moon Knight. I got a Unexpected Moon Knight.
Oh yeah, you do got the Moon Knight. You want to pull that off your shelf there? I know it's right behind you. Girl, what you dropping on the floor? Stop dropping stuff.
The armrest. The armrest fell off.
Wait, that off that expensive ass chair?
They're magnetic. They're
if
magnetic.
It fell off, it should have been like go gadget, get back together. Without you touching it, it costs so much money.
Okay, let's not get into how much my chair costs.
Too much, bro. That thing should be moonwalking. If you need heat, it should provide you heat. As soon as you say breathe, you should be like, I'm out of breath. It said, here's your next breath. Don't worry, I got you.
All right, here is my Unexpected Moon Knight. For those of you guys, it is what, like a 4 or 5 inch tall model. It's a bust of Moon Knight.
That was donated to us by 3D Wicked by everybody.
Yes.
So when I mean the community comes out and make sure that we have what we need to give y'all like a great year of just like awesome prizes and gifts, and like they'd be like, hey, here you go. Send it to whatever painters you want as long as they paint it and donate it back to the charity for the raffle. We're cool. So like many of artists have been able to paint models and get their hands on things that they just probably would have never like had the opportunity. So, all right. Next, April 1st, April Fool's Day. That's my birthday.
Of course it is.
It is. How old you think I gonna be this year?
22.
Shit, dude, what you talking about? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You hear that, Miss PSK? I gonna be 22 this year. She said, no, the hell you ain't. Gonzo, how old you think I gonna be this year?
You'll be 43.
You full of shit, Gonzo. I'm gonna shave your nose when I see you. You ain't gonna have a hairy nose no more. I'm gonna shave it off. I'm gonna pluck your nose hairs. You be
Hey,
walking
that's
around.
rude.
I'm gonna take wax. I stick it in your nose. Gonna be like, what the hell happened, Gonzo? I called PSK 43. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Rude.
So rude, Gonzo.
But I'm
You
right.
don't never tell
calling
nobody
you
they
rude.
old.
That's not old. I'm 52.
Bro, you got 10 more years. You about to be.
Actually, he's 7. Pun is correct. He is 7. Welcome in, Beth. Hello.
What up, Beth? Yo, 7 years old. You know you're right, Pun, right there. You know you're right. Yeah, buddy. Don't worry about it. I will be 42 years old on April 1st, everybody. So,
All right. Now,
April 1st.
apologize.
No, I ain't apologizing to you.
Oh, he was off by 1 year. Come on.
No, that's too hot. Too hot. I don't even look 40. What you talking about?
No, but I calculated in that you were talking about certain movies, and then you were also talking about.
You ain't supposed to be calculating how old I look, how old you think I gonna be. 43. Bro, you don't see those wrinkles? Look how high my cheekbones is.
Yeah, look at that contour.
Okay, whatever you're smoking, share it.
Bro, you don't want what I smoke in. I wake up like this. This
He
shit
is like
in my
this
veins.
24/7, and we have to put up with him.
Yes, you do.
No, you can always mute 'em.
24/7. I told you, you might hurt your speakers doing that. Them shits will be trying to hold it back, and it'd be like, and then as soon as you want mute, that shit gonna go, zzz, be like a straight up fireball that was conjuring for 3 weeks, and that shit explodes.
That's why he can't
And
drink
your
it,
ass
Con.
is the
He
one that
isn't
rode the
mature
critical
enough.
one.
Oh man, Pun.
What do he say? And that's why he can't drink at the God. He isn't mature enough.
So, do I need to start finding like anti-caffeine to give you at Adepticon? If
That
we can
shit
hear
will
you
not
from
work.
if we can hear you from Fort Wapple, we may have problems.
No, I have been asked to be half of who I am all the time. So you might get this all day.
You don't
But then
want to
if
scare
somebody comes, I'm like, yo, where you at? You might get 1 or 2 of those throughout the day. It's not my fault. I just can't help it. I'd be like, I'm sorry. What you want me to do? I just a little kid.
So what else does Mental Health Charity Painters got going on this year? So you said April
right,
1st,
April
your
1st.
birthday. Then we got distracted.
I know. On my birthday, every year on my birthday, I change my name on Twitch. But that's also the time that we launch our raffle. So this year, or not a raffle, but our fundraiser. we're doing something different this year with the fundraiser. So we linked up with JJ. All y'all know JJ. JJ Bird, the mod of all mods,
official.
that's
JJ the
around,
official.
right? Gotta find him, right? So JJ helped us last year to where we went through everything with Streamlabs to get like actually officially, and then Streamlabs was like, holy crap, we want to make you guys a charity of the month. So as soon after we got like done with that, they made us a charity of the month, and so now we're fully official with everything, which allows us to now have a team. So now we have a team on Streamlabs. So led by Capmaster Studios, Pun Expected, and Kaylee Larson. The month of April, we will have streamers. We will have streamers raising money through Streamlabs just like they do for the Trevor Project. Now, I bring up the Trevor Project because every member of the mental health charity painters, whether they're volunteers or council members, we all do something for the Trevor Project every year because I personally, one of my very dear best Army brothers and best friends in the world is in part of that community. And I know the mental health struggles that he went through also while being a service member. So, so we all do that, but the Trevor Project had a good layout, and so we use their same layout. So this year we will be doing that, which right here, if you are a streamer, you click on that link, you can join the team, and you can help us raise money. Now, we got some things that we would like to do for those streamers that are going to raise money this year. If you, I believe, what we say? Oh, if you get to $100 raised, we are going to get you a t-shirt, whatever kind of t-shirt we make that year, whatever logo, we want to get you a t-shirt. That was brought up last year from everybody in the community, from all the streamers that like helped on the 24-hour stream. They were like, hey, it would have been nice if everybody got a t-shirt. Well, last year was our first year as a nonprofit, and we had to be able to build in order to do things. So everybody who raises $100 this year will get a t-shirt. Everybody who raises $250 will get a Elika bust. All right. And the bust will be the size of the ones that we made last year. So it's like 6 inches, it's a little bit bigger than this bust, right? So just a little bit bigger than this bust here is the Elika bust. And then if you raise over $500, it won't be this size, but we are working on getting Tenjin bust manufactured to where it'll be about the same size as the Elika. So if you raise over $500 this year, that's what we would like to do for them. We're still working on the in particulars and getting the individuals that are going to manufacture the bust and those. By April 1st, we should have a web store open that will actually have t-shirts and stuff like that. That if you want to buy one before then, you can go on there and get that stuff. I'm doing that. So, and Big Pun's the one that does all the programs. I tell him what we want to do, and he just keeps it going. All the other admin stuff, the website, all that stuff is on me. The money man is Sig Gnarly. He is the treasurer. So he'll be doing the taxes and all that stuff here in the next couple of days. So yeah, that's what we got going on in April, the whole month of April, 30 days, raising money. That's our big fundraiser. And then August the 1st is when we will start our big raffle where we get all the things that are donated and we put them online for a raffle, and everybody can buy raffle tickets. And then we have a big 24-hour Halloween bash to where we stream for 24 hours. And at the end of that, the next morning, all the winners are randomly rolled by the website that does the raffle for us. And then MHCP takes a break.
We're all gone.
Hey, yo, What happened?
Yeah,
Can y'all
keep
hear
going.
us?
Keep going. I got you covered.
Okay. Anyway, so I just thought the screen was like me. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't smiling, you can't see or something. You know what I'm saying? That shit went black. Like, what did you do, guys?
Trying
He
to fix
switched
something.
scenes for a moment, tried to fix the cameras.
So, guys was like, I can't with this kid right now.
I feel bad. Now I feel sorry for
So-
the people listening. Love you guys. Love you so much.
So yeah, we'll do that, and then after Halloween, basically, the council members, we try and stop everything we're doing and work on some of the paperwork that we did not get accomplished throughout the year. So this year we're really trying to get the bylaws updated. It's something that's supposed to be reviewed every year and updated, and so we're working on getting those things done. And by doing that, what that does, that allows us to outline things, and then later on we may be able to take on like full-time volunteers that want to volunteer.
It also protects you and also protects everybody else. As someone that's set up a nonprofit himself, you've got to be stupid careful with everything.
So this is my fourth nonprofit organization that I've run. The first three were the Audie Murphy Club in the Army. So I ran those and created those, but this one is, we take this one very lighthearted. We make sure everything is done correctly to the T. But yeah, it allows us to get volunteers. None of the council members get paid anything from the money we raise. We all
You
spend
don't
about
take
30.
like 50% of the profit and like distribute it to yourself, and so you can go
No.
take vacations?
No. Like 9 times out of 10, when we go do something at a convention, it comes out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Like,
I say this because when I quit as the president of Warfare Weekend, it says, well, how much money did you make? I said, I lost $5,000 because that's how much I put into it, and I never took anything out. And they're like, what? I'm like, yes. I put $5,000 of my own money to start the convention, and I did not put anything back. I did not take anything from it. Everything went back into it. And they're like, well, that's stupid. And I says, and that's the reason why the convention is still going.
exactly. So in order for things to go, it just takes people to stand up and raise their hand and give the ability. So there's one more thing out there that I'm really trying to get done. It's going to be something here local. We're trying to get some of our members and some of our volunteers out there to do things locally to help raise things. So I'm going to be doing a couple of things locally with Hero Brush Hour, Dan. So I'll be doing some things local at the local game store from my hometown area with him to raise money. And then I'm also trying to get a golf course to allow us to do a golf tournament there and raise some money that way locally, which will hopefully be able to get some other people to see our art. And like, though we have our community where everybody sees our art, knows our art, it would be awesome if somebody, let's just say, since I work at Target, somebody from Target sees your art and they're like, I want to join this raffle because I want the opportunity to win some of this art. It's not art that you're ever going to see anywhere else in the world because Nerd Holla is not Van Gogh, Gonzo is not Van Gogh, or all these other artists that people can read about, see on TV. Like, no, we're artists, but this is a one-of-a-kind piece that nobody's ever going to mimic. Because why? One, it's not landscape. Two, it's a 3D model. Three, no one's ever going to see it but the people that enter the raffle and the person that wins it. You will have something unique to put on your shelf in your house. And you know what the bad part about it is? PSK ain't allowed to enter. That's the first thing Pun Expected and Signally did. They was like, hey, we making a vote and you don't get to vote because you're the president and the founder. You can't enter the raffle. I was like, that's bogus.
That's because you're one of the judges.
Ain't booby heads on the golf carts. Jason!
Oh my gosh, painting bobbleheads for golf carts would be fun.
That, you know what, Jason? That's a damn cool ass idea. Jason, send me that in the message. Look, that's the reason why, because he's a jackass. Also, so he can't win models that I paint. You no, because you know I was gonna get the Android 18. Punk ass pun. Always making stuff hard for me. You see what I got to deal with? You see? Bro. But that's a good ass idea. So locally, I'm gonna do some painting classes at the local game store. Just doing some speed paint stuff with Army Painter speed paints because we will be doing them, which is one of our biggest events out of the year is when we go to the Nova Open convention. So at Nova Open, we have con exclusive events that we do. We do the paint and take, we do the speed paint competition, and we're adding Zoom Tales battle for the families. So we're doing that this year. We're adding a new event that we'll be hosting.
Which tickets are on sale right now, by the way, for people that don't know.
Yep.
Nova?
Yeah, Nova Open tickets have already started.
Already started. Pun Expected is one of the instructors. I didn't get to be there for the launch of it this year, but last year I was there for the launch, and Pun Expected sold out within the first hour of tickets being launched. He was the first artist that was teaching that was sold out because he's doing oil paintings classes.
Oh, I remember. Was it last year when I sat next to Pun and we were talking about oil painting? And he says, "I left all these oil paints out for someone to mess with them, and nobody touched them." I go, "What do you expect? Painters aren't going to touch other people's stuff." I mean, everybody's like, "I'm not going to touch that. That's not mine."
True statement. So, not this year. Don't be the ... bro. It's because I wasn't there hyping it up. Don't worry. My next stream is going to be all about Adepticon, Black Forge Games, Eldritch Foundry, Nova, Preacher Caster sponsoring us again this year with some freaking awesome models. Like, it's awesome. That
You
right
even
there
have
is
a
where
cuttlefish color named after you.
I do. Let me see.
The fluorescent purple.
Let me see. Where you at? Where you at, Knuckles? Where you at? Where you go? Where you go? Oh, there he is.
Double the seats offered. Nice pun.
Bam.
Purple.
This is Knuckles purple.
Yeah, it is the fluorescent purple in the cuttlefish line.
Listen, purple's my favorite color. They had to make it fluorescent to match my personality.
Or you would punk them.
No, I wouldn't punk the boss man. He actually surprised me. I was taking classes making this
when
model.
You say the boss man, who is the boss man? So people know who you're talking about.
Cephalopod Studios.
And who is that guy?
AKA Mr. Ryan Calhoun.
Creator of Cuttlefish Colors.
He is the one that
right.
told me that he listens to us also, and I told him, "You're a liar. You don't listen to us." And he's like, "No, I do." And I'm like, "You're high."
Let me see. Bam. All right, let's see how this do. Change that. There we go. I'm messing with these new lights. You gotta go get them Game Envy lights, y'all. So this skin tone on this model, I was learning in class and with the boss man, because I wanted to make his skin tone look like a pink thundercloud. And this is all painted with Cuttlefish colors, by the way. He flashes up the screen, the label to the paint named after me. And I about lost my shit right there on the thing. He's like, "Don't drop the model." So yeah. That is I was working on this. This is actually for sale. I don't know if you knew, Norhala. It's for sale. Yep.
Proceeds go to mental health charity painters?
No, proceeds go to PSK Studios so I can continue to do my own projects on the side.
Fair.
I
What?
will
We
be
should pay
painting.
painters for their work?
What?
Listen, facts. Pun is early. Everybody is in. So last year they didn't launch. They didn't launch this early last year for Nova.
Nova is when?
Nova is Labor Day weekend. So the last weekend in August going into the first day of September.
Wow, they dare to compete with Dragon Con. That's impressive.
Um,
I know they're in two completely different parts of the country, but whatever.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of big nerd cons that happen around that time.
I mean, Reaper Cons was on the same weekend too. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. For me, so Nova was the very first convention I ever went to.
Okay.
Pun took me, Ryan, Cephalopod Studios took me, Brush was there. And Seth stayed at my place during the con when I lived out there at Fort Meade. So it was an experience because he also had to stay behind me the whole time until like my anxiety and my PTSD from being around all the people went away. Like I went to the damn vendor hall and I was sweating the moment I was in the vendor hall. Like I wasn't even hot, but I was just profusely sweating under my hoodie. And I just kept talking to people, talking to Nick, the team at Game Envy. And then it broke. And then it was gone for the rest of the day. That was the first time I received a medal, which y'all could see up there for painting. That's actually the only medal I've received so far from painting, but we'll see what happens in the future. Not this year. This year I'm focused on just trying to get everybody to know who we are. If you're an artist, donate your artwork. Put it in the raffle. Donate some hobby supplies. Some people just said, hey, put my name on the list. I'll buy something from Game Envy and they can have it. Chaotic happy hour. That's what she does all the time. So yeah, I got you. I'll buy a wet palette from Game Envy and have it sent to someone. So, and then if you don't donate something, at least, once we launch the raffle, make sure you check it out. August the 1st is when we launch the raffle. We try and bring all the models to Nova Open and put them on display so people can actually see what's being offered in person. And then, yeah. I mean, last year, Nova Open donated over $4,000 to the charity. So just that organization alone, helping us and speaking on our behalf and all the artists is awesome. It's all the stuff we got going on. I can't think of anything else. Yo, big pun. Am I missing anything?
I got a link to your guys' website up and in chat. You guys gotta go check it out.
I gotta update that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
She's telling you.
You know what? I need some full-time volunteers to help. That's what we need. But yes, I gotta update that. My next weekend off. So that's not this. I just worked this weekend. Yeah, next weekend coming up. I'm gonna get it updated. If I don't spend the whole weekend playing Monster Hunter with Miss PSK.
So
I kill the monsters.
Where are you going to be at next? What's your next convention?
I will be at Adepticon. You can find me in the Creature Caster booth. You can find me in Fort Wapple painting. I might have some type of form of muzzle on during the time around painting. I'm just saying, I think You Got Me, Yoga Man. Y'all call him You Got Me Monologue, and I call him Yuga Man. I think somebody ordered like a gag ball or something that I might have to put on while I'm streaming, because last year I almost got kicked out of the Adepticon.
Were you being too loud while other people were streaming?
Okay, it's not my fault. They little sensitivities. You asked me to get on there, and me and Yuga Man was going back and forth. I'm just gonna get louder and more obnoxious. Don't tempt me. Listen, we was having fun. They should have, I get it. So this
Oh,
year,
you were interrupting classes.
oh my gosh, I did not interrupt the class. Interrupting the class is running in and doing backflips and trying to percolate. It's
You were
time for
being too
percolator.
loud.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. So yes, they said I was interrupting classes. So this year, we thought to show a way to make light of it is that when I get on the stream, they put like some type of muzzle or something on me,
Face
just so
mask.
everybody can get a laugh. Yeah, gag ball.
Yeah.
That'll go over on Twitch TOS.
Hey, listen, that's why we might just buy like a dog muzzle. That's what we said too. When we put that on and
Look
then
like
we just
Hannibal
put a mask
Lecter.
on. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter. We need it. Yo, that's what you need to get made right there, Gonzo. Get a Hannibal Lecter mask. That way, when I'm on stream, that would be fucking amazing. And then everybody else can laugh about it. They'd be like, "Why has he got that on?" Because his ass is loud as hell. And if we don't, he gonna interrupt classes again. And then everybody gets to laugh at it. It's okay. Stop talking shit, pun.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
y'all
it's
know
about
Pun
time
got
for
a
the
dinosaur?
Hmm?
Do you know Big Pun got a dinosaur for a doggy?
Nope.
Yeah, his doggy tried to eat my face. She did.
So, big head, little arms, T-Rex.
She tried to eat my face. But guess what? I was smart. I went and took the bag of treats. So that doggy got so many treats once I was there. The doggy became my friend.
Scared of a 50-pound potato.
That 50-pound potato was a 50-pound dinosaur. He talking shit, but that damn dog run his ass over too.
All right. Anything else we need to know about mental health charity painters?
Did I answer all the questions?
I think so. Gonzo, did you have any other questions?
No, that was about it. I wanted to make sure he got it out there and we got good shout outs going and everything. I mean, like I says, as someone that suffers from
I've been
PTSD
pinning links
himself
as needed.
and someone that's been in the military, I wholeheartedly agree with everything. Especially in this day and culture when they're cutting more and more benefits from veterans. And when I was in the military, and I'm going to show my age, we still had the, don't ask, don't tell. And if you had mental health problems, you were just a weak individual and you were kicked out. And it wasn't brought to light and nobody cared type thing. They were like, we don't give a shit. And now people care. And that's very important to not only me, but to the community and to all my veteran brothers and sisters. Ooh, I'm like breaking shit.
We're going on an adventure with Gonzo.
Sorry.
I forgot something.
What'd you forget?
Oh, what'd you forget?
Here is the art and hobby raffle donation application if you want to donate something this year.
Aha.
There it is. We have some donations already here in the house.
I'm donating a bus that I painted.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that have already signed up, and some of those people are donating multiple items. So yeah, like definitely, like give us the opportunity. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? Check us out.
It's also a great way to get your art out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
We do promote it.
Yeah.
Like we don't play around.
We all know
promote
it's
it.
going to a great cause. All right, it is 8:00, Gonzo. It is movie time.
Oh, the movie thing.
Media section. For everybody that knows, your first time listening, we do have a different rating system. We have 2 different rating systems. One is our simple and easiest. It is the movie closer to Casablanca, which is considered almost a near perfect movie, or closer to Cats, which is the worst movie ever made. That's up to you. Also, if you've ever seen the movie Ice Pirates, you may remember a slimy little worm that gives you herpes if it bites you. And we have a rating scale of 0 to 5 space herpes. 0 is being, near perfect, and 5 being the shittiest movie ever made or the shittiest thing. So I'm going to give an example. So this weekend, we watched a movie called The Tiger's Apprentice. It was on like Paramount or something like that.
Okay.
It's about a story about a kid that has to protect this Phoenix Stone, and he has to learn how to do all this, one of the zodiac signs, and has to do martial arts and so on and everything. Animation is pretty good. It's pretty decent. It's a little cutesy. Not gonna say it's very much geared towards kids. 100% geared towards kids more than anything else. There was one character they brought at the very beginning that had nothing to do with the entire movie, and you thought she was going to be something important, and it was like why'd you even put her in there? Type thing. It was not worth it at all. Story-wise, it was not bad, but putting it together the way it was done was just meh. So it gets my meh rating of 2.5 space herpes. Nerd, what
That
you got?
boy ain't getting no space herpes. Yeah, buddy. No herpes.
All right,
no
let me
herpes
pull up my
dirt for
list.
you.
All right, so I watched Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. Both I would consider. I know Gonzo's feeling about watching this movie. It is a long movie. Both of them are like 2.5 hours apiece. They're slow burns of movies, but in both cases, the suspense is worth it. There's a lot of build up to the events at the like tipping point towards the end of the movie. So you've got to wait through, like, it's in like the last 45 minutes of the movie. So you got to wait a while and not fall asleep. But they're still good movies. But Dune is one of those very derisive or divisive movies where people either love it or don't care. I tried doing the book. The book almost put me to sleep every single time, like within 10 minutes. It's there's a lot of description and exposition and whatnot in the book, but the movies, I've enjoyed the special effects, the sound, the movie scores. It's a lot. It's very well done. And there's also a great in part 2, there is an actor that's nowhere in any of the trailers, not in the press circuit, but I don't want to give away who it is because it's a fun little surprise.
Oh, okay.
So I would give them both like 1 to 1.5 space herpes.
Yeah, whenever I saw the first one, because I watched that one on HBO Max, because this was kind of during the pandemic type stuff, and I liked it, but I gave it the thing that it was like, it's very artsy, very pretty, very gorgeous, all these scenes of everything going on.
Lots of people staring at each other.
Yeah. But when it got to the business well. And that's why. Are we getting a part 3, or is this going to be the finale?
There is a part 3.
Okay. I was wondering if they were going to do a part 3 or not.
Yeah, they filmed part 2 and 3 like back to back.
Oh, okay. So we're just waiting for part 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree with you on one. It's gorgeous. It's nice to look at, but you're just like, come on, guys, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Type thing. And eventually, when they do,
compared to the book, it's a lot less painful than the book.
Yeah. Well, because you can also take a break. That's kind of the reason why I don't want to go see it in the theater, because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a part 3 cookie to Dune, and so I'm kind of like, I really, really don't want to go see it, but I want to see it. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna see it. I just don't want to go to the
But
theater.
yeah,
to
do
see
it when you can like pause it and take a break and eat
Yeah.
dinner.
Go pee and poop, or whatever. Just
Make some more
too much.
popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, because 3
Because
hours
you're
is a
gonna eat it all in the
long time.
first half anyway.
Yes. Or nowadays you eat it before the trailers are done because they're giving you 30 minutes of trailers. So you're technically sitting there
I like
watching.
the trailers. Hold on. Hold the floor. Hold it. Don't you speed past the trailers. I like the trailers.
I love trailers
the new
too.
Godzilla movie. The new Godzilla movie
Oh
and
yeah.
the new Monkey movie, The Planet of the Apes. You know I got to go see The Planet of the Apes. I'm PSK. Look at the gorilla. Look at the gorilla. We got to go see the gorillas. We got to go see the fuckers.
Yeah, I like trailers and I love watching trailers at the theater, but you're there for another 30 minutes. So Dune is technically you're there for almost 4 hours. At least 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on if you got commercials in front of that too.
Yeah.
I got to do that shit at the house. I'm sorry.
That's what he's saying.
That's like trying to watch Lord of the Rings. That's like trying to watch Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna do that shit at home.
Oh,
Correct.
see, I am the opposite of both of you, and I will watch the extended editions back to back.
But I will do that at
But
home.
you go get up and go to the bathroom because
Well,
you got
true.
baby bladder.
That is I like to put the cast commentary on and listen to that while I'm like doing laundry.
She got
and other
double B,
housekeeping.
y'all. She got double B, y'all. Baby bladder.
All right, so you
My
give.
wife and daughter got the same thing.
You give
All
Dune
right,
part
so I
1 and
gave-
part 2 1.5.
Yeah, we'll say
All right.
1.5
That's a bad
between the
rating?
two.
No, it's a good
That's
rating.
a bad rating.
No, it's a good rating.
No. The higher the more space herpes, the worse the movie is.
Oh, boy, because I was about to give everybody the hurt then.
No.
So, okay, I watched 3 things.
So give us one.
Okay, so we'll do one at a time.
Let's do the bee. The beekeeper.
The Bee Collector.
With Jason Statham.
Statham.
in it.
Yep.
Bro, that motherfucker fucked shit up from start to finish. And like old dude was just like the whole story flowed with how the actual honey bee hive actually worked. And they used that story all the way through about the beehive. And like they kept trying to bring other people in there. And like the one dude told him in the beginning, he was like, you fuck with a beekeeper? And the dude told you he was a beekeeper, didn't tell you nothing else except for he was a beekeeper. He was like, yeah, you fucked up. You might as well go ahead and write your name on that gravestone over there. So it was really good.
What's the premise?
He was basically a underground secret service type of guy, a hidden black, basically a special forces unknown that did stuff for the government that nobody knew about. So just like always, little Secret Service type movie, almost like John Bourne, the Bourne movies.
Oh, Jason
that type
Bourne,
of deal. Yeah. So, but that's what the beekeepers were. They were a special sect of like these people got money to go handle shit and they had no rules. Go do it, and we're gonna cover it up. Type of deal. So basically, he left that and retired. And there was this old lady that was taking care of him and just let him make bee honey. So he was making honey and selling it. Well, these dudes scammed her and made her lose all of her money, to include $2 billion that she had raised for this nonprofit organization that was doing stuff for children. And so the lady killed herself. And she was the only woman that ever took care of him. Like actually took care of him. So old boy lost his shit. And he was taking care of the hive. And well, you killed someone in the hive. So now he is the keeper of the hive. So he decided to go fuck shit up. And then he kept finding out more and more and more to where there's a certain bee inside the beehive that will kill the queen. Because the queen is creating bad bees. Is creating bad male bees. So, well, the queen was the president, and the president's son was the bad bee. So he went all the way up to the top and was just fucking up everything. And then basically at the end, he did kill the queen, but he killed the queen's bad bee, which was her son. Bullet to the head.
Oof.
Listen,
So what would
I told
rate
you.
it?
Oh, he got zero herp. Zero herp. No herp. No herp. No herp.
All right.
Now, I watched Code 8-1 and Code 8-2.
Oh,
All right,
I
we'll
know
get back
Code-
to you. Gonzo's next. We're gonna go.
No, Gonzo, you can't skip me, damn it, Gonzo.
we're not skipping you. We all take a turn. You remember
You
this?
made me do this shit, nerd. She was like, PSK, you gotta watch some movies for the movie time. Huh? I watched 3 movies.
That's good, and we'll get to all 3 of them. We just take
Just
turns.
for you. Just
Do
for
not-
you, nerd.
Yeah, here's the thing. On Code 8-2, don't spoil anything, because I haven't seen it. It's on my list. When you get to it. You spoil it.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Code 8-2 when it comes to your turn. So I watched something on
I only
Netflix.
do one.
Okay.
And it was a TV show on Netflix about 2 Korean gentlemen that have a TV show, and they go to Amsterdam and Germany to see the underground sex scenes or the open sex scenes of everything.
Oh my.
Can't remember the name of it, and it's gonna kill me.
I'm like, I don't have Netflix anymore to verify. I have no clue.
Yeah.
It's not just called Amsterdam, is it?
No.
Okay. That's something different.
But what it is these 2 Korean guys, they're both like personalities in Korea. One's an actor and one's like a TV personality. And they go to Amsterdam to see what the red light district is like. And, compare it to, because this is actually for Korean TV. So you had to watch it subtitled, which is hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so they talk about the red light districts, all the rules, all the regulations. They go see a live sex show. All this stuff that's happening, and it's like, it's graphic. If you're watching it, risque business.
Risque business.
Thank you, Captain Mizzy.
Okay.
And pretty much what it is they go to different parts of Amsterdam and Germany to like find out what BDSM is about, what polyamory is about, what different nudist colonies and stuff like this. And sure, it's played up a little bit, and these guys. They're like, yeah, nope, not doing that shit. And there was one time that they were like getting whipped, and they were like, red. And he's like, I can't hear you. And trying to use a safe word. And it was just, yeah.
That makes me think of that scene in Euro Trip.
So it was very educational, besides very humorous too. Because they went to like techno clubs that were very open sexualities and stuff like that. So it was very interesting. When I was watching it, I was like, man, every one of these clubs, every one of these places that they're going to, there's not a single fat person. There's not anybody with a pudge, anybody, with thick thighs. And I go, oh yeah, I forgot. This is all European people. And I was like, oh yeah. And they were like, everywhere they went to, they also said, you're going to be on TV, so don't come here if you don't want to be on TV, type thing. So
wow.
Of course, so people knew, because like there was one thing in Germany where they have unisex baths, and you just get together and hang out in the bathtub and this huge spa and everything, but it's unisex. And they were talking about like this guy was hanging out with this one girl, and they were talking to them, and they was like, no, this is not my girlfriend, this is just my friend. And the girl's like, yeah, my boyfriend's at home. I said I was going to go take a bath with my friend and go to the bathhouse, and it was like no big deal, type stuff. And it's yeah, the Korean people are like, what? And it's just considered,
Well, PSK would be dead.
Yes. Yeah. But in Germany, and they were bringing this as a cultural thing, that if in Germany, that's a common cultural thing. So it wasn't, anything crazy or whatever. But it was very interesting to see, also the laws and regulations and how, the government has worked on it and how everything's, kept in check. And then also how, different cultures have different things. But
And
it was from
different views and yeah.
Yeah, because they did a polyamory couple where it was a woman and two men, and then it was a man and two women. But it was very interesting. It was very educational. It was pretty funny because the Korean guy's like, yeah, nope, not doing that type thing. So, I really can't rate it because it is kind of a documentary, but it was pretty fun.
Oh, it was a documentary. I thought it was like a fictional show.
No, it's a documentary. This was real life.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this
Okay.
wasn't a story. These were real Korean personalities, Southern Korean personalities coming to Europe to learn about different sexual cultures.
Oh man, that
Because they showed like inside of, the red light district in Amsterdam, they showed, well, this is the room that we go to, and here's all the panic buttons we have. And they're like, did you ever have push panic button? He was like, no. And he's like, okay. And then they actually watched a live sex show, and one of the couples on there, they had actually, I think they've been together for like 24 years, and they've been performing for 20 years or something like that. And the first question that the Korean guys ask goes, so how big is your dick?
oh jeez.
And he's like, and I'm like, okay. But I mean, it's all stuff like that, and it's very comedy. It's very fun. It's very interesting. It's very nice to see the culture shock that they get from this, which some of it is not sex related. It's just people taking a bath. There's no, because they even asked them like, what would happen if you got an erection? They were like, you would excuse yourself because that is considered inappropriate in this bathhouse type thing. You would be embarrassed and whatever. So, if for fun and shiggles, I'd give it about a 1 space herpy, because it is subtitles and I hate subtitles. But
So I've
Why
heard.
you hate subtitles? Hold the door. Why you don't like subtitles?
I have my ADHD has a problem that I concentrate on the words too much and I don't get to see what's going on in the action in the story. Even though I can read really fast, I concentrated on too much.
Bro, we can't watch movies together.
I
'Cause I
know.
watch all the Godzillans, and all the Godzillas got the. It's Godzilla.
Yeah, it's very
I
hard
was-
for me to watch subtitled stuff, so I'm always really, really. Sometimes I have to rewind it and go back because I want to watch the new
Yeah.
Shogun series, and it's all
We're
done in
talking about
subtitles.
that. Yeah, and I that's part of why I don't watch anime as much, because the subtitles go by so quickly I can't read them. I'd have to rewind and read them again.
It's the reason why I usually do dubs on my anime,
Yeah.
even though it's not the better of the two. But Nerd, what's your
All
next
right. So I'm going to do these in order, not the order in which I watch them, but the order in which they occur, because I watch things out of order. Apparently, I should have watched Mandalorian season 3 before I started Ahsoka season 1.
one? Yes.
I did them out of order. So, Mandalorian's season 3, or should I say The Mandalorians, since it focuses much more on Bo-Katan and the like uniting of the Mandalorian clans. It's an all right season. It's not as good as the first two, in my opinion, but I'm curious to see where they take things after this season.
They may not.
So, yeah, if they do. Well, isn't there supposed to be a Mandalorian and Grogu movie?
There is supposed to be a Mando and Grogu movie, but I think that's probably going to be it. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if that's all that they did.
Yeah.
Just to wrap it all up.
So, it now has solidified that I need to go back and watch Clone Wars and Rebels, which that'll take me a bit. because I only ever saw the Gendy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, but it establishes a lot of the stuff for Ahsoka and Rebels, I think. Was it Rebels? Or is it Clone Wars? Which one has Bo-Katan in it?
Rebels, I believe. I think it could have been both.
Rebels.
I don't know.
Okay.
I watched Clone Wars and went through it. There were just not my thing. I'm trying to watch the last of the Bad Batch, and I'm having a problem with that.
That's also added to my list because my husband he's like, now that you've watched Mando season 3, you can watch Bad Batch.
Okay, Saturn Sword says that she was introduced in Clone Wars, but was in both of them.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, so I think my favorite part of season 3 was definitely Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd, and Lizzo in the same episode. Also, just getting to see Christopher Lloyd on screen again and him just being the creep.
Yeah.
It was great. So I'll give it one Spacer B. Like, it wasn't as good as the previous seasons, but it was still good. All right, what you got next for us? What is this? What do you got next for us, PSK?
One thing, PSK. One thing.
Oh. One. So one of the two that you watched. Part 1. So we'll talk about part 1 first.
I'm only gonna do one. But Gonzo, if you don't watch that shit and send me a message and be like, oh, that shit was awesome. As soon as I see you,
I've got it on my list.
I'll be like, yo, Gonzo! You can be like,
all right.
And everybody's gonna be like, that's PSK for you, right there.
All right. So what do you got for your next review?
Code 8. Y'all need to go watch this show. It's about supernatural powers. And if you do RPGs and you like Dungeons and Dragons or anything in that sort, this brings that to real life nature, to where everybody shows superpowers used to be the shit. And as machines started coming along, machines started to replace people with powers. And so then people believed that machines were there and you didn't need people with powers anymore to do stuff. So everything in the world was created by people with powers. So this one guy who was an electrocution guy, he was trying to make money to save his mom's life. And basically he started working with the people that were taking psychic people's spinal fluid and turning it into a drug. And there was this little girl that they were basically abusing, and the one guy betrayed the guy that was helping the guy that was an electrocution powered guy, and they killed somebody, and then they tried to kill them, and then they took the little girl. And then when they took the little girl and they threatened, you're not gonna get this girl because all you care about is your mom. So then they pushed the button about killing the boy's mom. And so the electrocution guy that was 5 fucking lost his shit and fried every damn thing. To where he learned how to throw his electrocution and kill all the robots and shit that were Terminators that would shoot people up and shit. End of the story. He takes the girl there to try and heal his mom, but by trying to heal his mom from her powers, the little girl was going to die. So he stopped the girl from doing it, gave her all the money she needed, and let her start her new life somewhere else. And then he sat there, watched his mom die. And then he was arrested at the end of it. And then that was the end of that show. So no spoilers, but he went to jail at the end of the first one.
Yes.
So
and what is this on?
Netflix.
So we had to go search for number 1. Where did we find number 1?
Should be on Netflix still.
Was it on Netflix?
I know.
Hey, Miss PSK! Hey, yo! She Like, shut up. Look, there she go. That's Miss PSK right there. Yes. Hey, was both codes on Netflix, or do we have to go find code one somewhere else? Look, Gonzo, just so you know, Miss PSK say the same thing. Yes, so loud.
Okay, yes, they're both on Netflix. So what kind of what rating do you give it? 0?
No. Some parts of it I had to give it about 3 herps. It was good, but it got about 3 herps because some of the storyline, like, I need that shit to be like all the time.
All right.
Demolition Man.
All right. What you got for us next, Gonzo?
I did a lot of catching up this week. I did a lot of catching up on TV shows. So I started watching more episodes of Ghost season 3, which, by the way, I was not very happy with Ghost season 1 because, of course, it's a copy of the UK version. And Ghost season 3, they must have got some better writers because it is funny as shit. So I caught up on that. Working through Halo, and it's kind of like tailoring off for me, and I'm not really happy about it. It wasn't very good. And it's not that it's bad. It's just like, can we do something? Can we do something? Can we do something? So that was about it. And then I caught up on a couple other things. I am listening to a new book. I'm listening to The Throne of Glass, book 1, that someone recommended. And so I'm listening to that, and we may, if I like it, I'll pass it on to Captain Mizzy, and she'll listen to it, and then our drive up, we'll probably listen to book 2 and maybe book 3 on the way back. So I did a lot of catching up on stuff, on everything. So I'm just waiting to get through things because I know things are going to be ending pretty soon. So, nerd?
All right. I watched Ahsoka season 1. So there was parts of it I really liked and parts of it I just found myself not caring. Like one of the main characters. I can't even remember her name off the top of my head. Ahsoka's apprentice. The one who's like a Mandalorian. Like I had to have the context of who she was even explained to me by my husband, who's watched Rebels and Clone Wars, because like there was a lot thrown in there that assumes that you've seen those series. I felt like, but the bad guys in this season were absolutely fantastic. Like R.I.P. Ray Winston, but he was a great like Jedi turned to the dark side, and the woman who plays the magistrate in Mandalorian season 2, or was that season 1? Which one does Ahsoka show up in? Damn it. I have lost track. I have watched so much Star Wars content. Season 2. I think it's season 2. Thank you.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, the magistrate. She's the one that battles Ahsoka in that, and then she is a power player in season 2. But everything is talking about Admiral Thrawn, and I didn't, because I watched Ahsoka before I watched season 3 of Mandalorian, I had no context as to who that was.
That's not Mandalorian.
So, like, he gets mentioned in Mandalorian.
Yeah, but he's more of Rebels.
Okay, again, because I have you have to have seen those in order to like understand who these characters are. Otherwise, it's just generic bad guy number 6.
Yeah, and actually, there's actually a spot where you can actually go and read and get like a quick read up on why everything's happening the way that it is in Ahsoka, because Thrawn is actually a very powerful character within the Star Wars universe, and it's barely pushed in the TV shows. The only reason why
Yeah.
you really know about Thrawn is because you're a Star Wars fan, or you've watched Rebels, type thing, and it's more of a Star Wars fan than anything because the Thrawn
Yes.
book that was about him was amazingly awesome. So, all right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but go ahead.
So, but because of my inability to connect with the main character, I give it like 2 space herpes.
Well, got them herps. He got them
Yep.
herps.
All right,
Derp are herps.
PSK. Where's your spoil-free review?
I lied. I kid. I'm not gonna do Code 8. This is my last one. We finished watching The Blacklist.
The Blacklist?
Y'all know what The Blacklist is on Netflix?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I watched it when it was on like ABC or NBC or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the end of The Blacklist. It was cool. I thought it was awesome. Like, I started recognizing what he was doing the whole season, to where he was tearing down his empire and setting everyone free. And then all of that money that he saved up and put away, he put all that money away for Agnes. And the only thing I wish he would have did before he got killed by that bull in the end and went out his own way, I wish they would have like revealed it to like the rest of the team that he was actually Katarina. That would have been like the best way they could have ended that show, is like he dies, everybody goes back, and then like they get to see or read whatever was going to be shown that's actually Katarina. And then that would have been like, holy shit. Even after he died, he was still playing us.
I know some people bitch that the way he died, they didn't like that he died by the bull, that he should have died some other way if he was going to die. But I was like, this was him going out the way he wanted to go out.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not about going out like crazy or going out, with some weird stuff. This was, I'm going to die the way I want to die.
Yes.
On his terms, because so many things have been on other people's terms.
Right, like everything. So he freed all of his people. He gave them all a shit ton of money. Like, there was nothing left there at all. He had the FBI shut down his entire operation, right? And then, like, I just thought it would have been, like, it would have been so fucking cool, because it's like, damn, he made us shut down his fucking operation. And then, oh, by the way, okie doke, the bull killed me. However, I'm Katarina. Like, they would have been like, what the fuck? Even after he died, he's still fucking with us. That would have been cool. Like, I thought that's what they should have happened. I knew that mother was Katarina the whole fucking time. But it just goes, sex changes can happen in the movies. 100%. Fully. Because he was lip locking and smacking. And I thought, that's the thing that confused me though. I thought he was with the sister, the voodoo doctor sister, but no, he was with the one that was capping everybody's ass for him. Yo, she wasn't no joke, bro. What'd you say? You know it. Pop. Let's go. Come on, Red. Let's bounce.
All right, so what do you give it for a rating?
I got to give it 1 herp, because they ain't let it see that he was Katarina at the end. You got to get a herp for that. And that herp's a strong herp. That herp going through all the blood vessels. You getting that shit on your lips, your ears. Like, they going to know. Them damn directors going to have that shit clogging up their nostrils so they can't breathe. Shit, fucking let them know.
All right.
Well, guys, that is our podcast for the day. We appreciate you coming on. We appreciate everybody listening. PSK, we appreciate you coming in. We're going to make sure we send out, if anything, make sure you see all 3 of us at Adepticon. I will be running the convention.
Come see us.
Nerd will be running around. PSK will definitely be at the Creature Caster booth doing his thing. As always, people, make sure you look after each other. Make sure you check on each other. Make sure you at least say hi every so often, especially those quiet boys. And those quiet girls
Yeah.
that just don't say anything, just say
Check
hey.
on your strong friends.
Yep. As
Oh, and
always,
if you had a Adepticon, purple and green or purple and teal on Friday. Where it at?
purple
Where
and
that?
teal on
Mental
Friday.
health charity banners.
All right, guys. As always, if you see something, say something. If you hear something, say something. If you can do something, do something. If you can't, find someone that will, because we got to take care of each other. For More Than Dice, I'm Gonzo.
I'm Nerd.
Yo, it's your boy PSK. Where you at?
We're going to raid
night.
Diners, so stick around for that.
Thanks for listening to More Than Dice, making the world a better, nerdier place, one dumb joke at a time. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more nerdy action or to connect with your hosts, check them out on Facebook.com/morethandice and Twitch.tv/more_than_dice. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay proud, and we'll see you soon on the More Than Dice podcast.